bitches, and I'm blue. Because everything that I did to fix it is now, it's just not gonna look great, okay, chat? This is what we got. This is what we got. It just reset all of my camera settings. Stop appropriating my culture, Josephina. Bruh, you are fucking, oh my god. You're British. You're the one doing the most appropriation, sir. You're the OG colonizer, bro. Just so you know. That's the worst rage bait you've ever tried on me. It's actually bedtime though. Blessed are the sleepers, bro. Blessed are the bros. Are the bros? Are you fucking serious? Blessed are the bros. I too appreciate the bros. Oh, you feel like you're just rage bait. That's who you are. Okay, wait. I was doing a thing. I was fucking doing a thing. I needed to grab something. Holy bruv lives within us all. I feel like. Oh yeah, I needed my onion. Onion. I need garlic, turmeric. Oh shit. Onion, garlic. Where the fuck is my turmeric? Hold up. Let's see. I've got that in there. What is this? Garlic powder. Paprika. Don't need that. Mind yourself. That's curry powder. That's cardamom. Cinnamon. Coriander? I don't know. Do we have turmeric? Ah, we do. I just found it. Okay. I was like, I know we fucking have turmeric. I'm also gonna add some ground white pepper. Lemon zest. I do have lemon. Lemon. Okay. Tomatoes. Beans. Cilantro, parsley, dill. Okay, bet we got all the goods. The Father Bruv, the Son Bruv, and the Holy Bruv in it. Oh my god. I can't believe, did they actually accept the peace deal? Holy shit, if they actually accepted that, my brain's just gonna melt. It does not seem like reality. It probably is, but like, holy shit. Phase 1, yeah. Let's see how that goes. I just like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem real. But we've been here before, yeah. I don't trust it. First we have this, then the fucking Antifa fucking chats or whatever, so I don't. That whole like Antifa interview I was watching today just made my brain combust a little bit. It just didn't feel real, honestly. It was like, it was honestly fever dream material. Sorry, since I think the hostages go home though, and it's an exchange, and that's at least good news. We'll have to see how it goes, man. We'll have to see how it goes. Because low-key, the more I watch about it, the more stressed I become. Because it's like, they're still not going to be free. And Israel's just going to start the shit up again after they either frame the Palestinians or they put them in such horrible conditions that they end up fighting back. Adari says, fucking wild, Trump's uniting families with 11 and breaking them up in the States. You can say that. Hi, Arbor. Hello. How are you? America hasn't really been super fond of keeping families together. Daria says, right, GG, bless the peacemaker. I feel like you're just trying to piss me off right now. Feels like rage bait, bro. Sorry, it says, especially when they firebomb some fishermen. I know, I know. Well, they still want Trump Gaza, so I don't see this becoming a long-standing thing. Arbor says I'm pissed and angry at the world. How are you? That's a ditto. Ditto, Mr. Arbor. I'm just kind of baffled by the White House meeting today. I'm sitting here and I'm just like, well, that's my life. This is what we do. So I'm sitting here and I was like, there's no way that they're just gonna like randomly arrest people for shit that didn't really like happen. And now as I was like watching, I was like, holy shit. We'll see how this goes. Let's see, let's see how it all goes. Why are you upset, Arbor? What set you off? Because I have a feeling what set you off and what set me off are two different things. Oh my gosh, I really don't have a lot of garlic left. I thought I had more. I only have 3 clips, which is exactly what I need, but I thought I'd have more. Holy crap. Well, literally, I work all day, and I literally choose to rest one day. Stay off of the socials as much or whatever before I stream, and just listen to the White House briefing, and then all the crazy shit happened. I remember hearing about Egypt being the mediator, though, and that stuff happening this morning, but I kind of took a break. I guess I'm not really that behind. I still feel a little behind. Let's see. I'm just like, holy fuck. Arvis says, oh, everything really. Mostly the large scale murdering going on, but also the kidnappings. Yeah, same. Same, same. Same, same, same. And I sit here and I'm just like, holy fuck. I live in this country. I don't know. It was just like a day where I was like showering and listening to the conference and I was like, oh haha, or the round table, not the presser, the round table. Oh my god. Like they're trying to make it like the fucking View or something. It honestly made me feel super discouraged. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. I'm not gonna be like the one to make everything so happy-go-lucky right now. I apologize for that, but such is life. I don't know. We're gonna have to see what happens in Chicago. I know they're already like sending people over there, and I know that Chicago is just not allowing them to use their public, like the city's land or whatever, to organize or do anything like that. So they have to go on public or private property to do whatever they want to do, which I think is a step in the right direction. But I don't know. We're really gonna see how things go in the next couple of weeks. And that's gonna really set the tone for the next like 30 fucking years. Hope for the best though. Yeah. I get angry about it too. But remember, be careful with what you do with your anger. It gives you agency. Agency is a good thing as long as you use it for the right reasons. And that's all I gotta say about that. But anyways, I don't know. I just never thought I would live in a country, or I never thought America would say that, like, anti-fascism is bad and that fascism is a good thing. I never thought I would live in a country like that. And I'm not really sure what to do next. I feel like a lot of people feel that way. It's like, do you run? Or do you stay and try to wait it out? How do you handle it, you know? Because there is something you can do, but how much can you really do about it? And that's like the hard thing. Perseverance and preservation, or I don't know, social preservation, perseverance. Those are the two questions people have to deal with right now. I'm not trying to be like super like panicky, you know? Yeah. But it's just that's kind of how it is. Wait, do you live in America, right, Arbor? Or no? I can't do Jack alone. That much is certain. Yeah. Well, and where would you even go and escape everything? Oh, you're German, yeah. But where would you go to quote unquote escape from anything, you know? There's not really like a way to escape because it's happening like not all over the world, but in most countries that used to be considered safe. There's like a huge right wing kind of movement happening. In a lot of countries, it's not going too far, which is nice. But it's like, do you go down with the ship or not? Which I don't think it's going to go all to hell. But I think the next 10 years are going to, probably 8 or so years, maybe 10, are going to suck. Not personally, but government speaking. And that's no fun. My tomatoes, guys. I eat the tomatoes. Yum, 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 yum. I'm really excited. This is one that I grew. Arbor says, I thought about New Zealand, Australia, but don't have the money. I also pondered Sweden, etc., because now Russia looks scary to him. Finland's, plus Baltics at least. Yeah. Yeah. There's lots of different places to go. And I've been pondering, leaving America for quite a while. But where to go, that's the hard thing. And yes, I think about this a lot. Germany is also weird as fuck. Yeah. I think everywhere is just a little fucking on their nanners right now. America is really beautiful. And I've had lots of travelers be like, oh, stay in America, stay in America. But America is really good if you have privilege. And it's hard because you have to be, it's not like, here's the thing. I think a lot of people who go through a lot of stuff and like and aren't able to make it to the other side always say that it's a luck-based thing, you know? And in some cases there is a lot of luck involved. But personally, I think a lot of what you go through kind of leads you to where you are. And you can either be a part of a system that causes a lot of problems and live a life of ease, aka like being a grifter or doing like horrible shit like that, or you can choose to not be a part of that problem and move past it, you know? And the moving past it is a really hard thing because you don't really get a lot of support through that process. It's a lot harder. And it's a lot riskier for a lot more people. So it's like, as I'm trying to think of my options in life, that's a big thing to consider. And just because something is really easy in the beginning stages doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do and that it's going to give you long-term growth or satisfaction. That was the case, my life would look very different and I'd be living in a different state right now and doing a lot of different things. But I also know that the long term of what I would have been doing would have been something that I'd be more against. And I would have to feed into something and be part of something that I don't like. So it's like, what's your choice? You know? And that's how I feel with what's going on with America right now. Am I going to be a part of the easy way out right now, which would be going down the conservative route, the Trump pipeline, or am I going to try to be like more grounded in what's actually happening here? And that's hard. It's really hard because I understand and I see, especially living in a very red state, how much easier my life would be if I just did that. So much easier. So much easier. You have no idea. A lot of the problems that I've had at like workplaces and stuff like that have been related to trying to not be part of the problem, and it's fucked me over a lot. But in the long term, it's given me more courage to have more integrity in what I do. So I don't know. I think everybody has a choice. Because the easy way isn't always the best way. I don't know. Sorry to get like a little like deep or whatever, but I think it matters a lot. I really do. Not really for yourself, but for your future. Because these people who are in power right now and what they're doing isn't going to last forever. When that shit comes down, it's not going to be pretty. I also have stew meat today instead of the other stuff I was going to use. I think the stew meat is a little bit better, Ivo, because it's not going to take me 6 hours to cook it. It's just, it's going to be a lot faster. It calls for like 3 pounds of like brisket or whatever, but I'm condensing this down to a size that's like something that's like worth it. So I got like 1.25 pounds, which is a lot better. Hi, Easter. I know. I smell gross to you. I also have diced fire roasted tomatoes and kidney beans. I don't know. Sorry. Talking about this stuff kind of stresses me out a little bit. And I don't know. I don't want to give you guys an existential crisis or make you guys be like, oh, I have to do this, that, or this, but as a person, the only thing that you have is your integrity. And you get to choose what that means for you. And there's so many, like, texts that go over this, you know? Where, like, you'll be tempted to do the wrong thing over and over again. And believe me, I've been tempted to do the wrong thing a couple of times. And there's times where, like, I go against my better judgment and I learn that's not always the best thing. But I don't know. I don't know. It really is just up to you. Like, what are your morals, you know? And what matters to you? Being part of the crowd, being part of like the easygoing lifestyle and having material things or whatever, which it's not really about materialism, but like in some aspects it is. Because right now, not being part of the conservative MAGA party really puts a damper on a lot of things. It isolates you from a lot of people, and it has for me in a lot of spaces where I thought Arbor says, but also part of what crowd? The conservative crowd, the MAGA crowd. Like I continuously, especially me living in a red state, I keep running into issues with people who are like not very how do I say it? It causes problems in workplaces because people assume that I'm gonna hi thank you. People assume that I'm gonna be more conservative and like all this stuff, and then I usually just kind of listen and I try to talk to them and not like be rude and be like ah fuck you or whatever for their perspective. But I don't stay super close to people who have those perspectives just because I view them to be really damaging sometimes, especially when they're not willing to listen. And what they say about other people is like, Type 2 says you can't go full socialist in red state. You can. You can. It just makes your life look a lot like mine. And that is fun. It causes a lot of problems. Like in the history job that I had a lot of conflict with one of my coworkers who was really conservative, and she started causing lots and lots and lots of issues with me and my management, like saying stories about me that didn't really happen and all that sort of thing. And my management wasn't really like defending her, but they were also like not going to do anything about it because they didn't really appreciate like they didn't like how I was discussing things because they wanted to continue getting their conservative donors and that sort of thing. So I pivoted and I moved to a place that's better for me where it's encouraged for me to do more of that stuff. But it was really hard because like I really wanted to keep that job and that coworker would just yell at me. Like she straight up yelled at me to my face, like screaming at me, telling me that I wasn't qualified to do the job, that being like left leaning wasn't a good thing and all that shit, which I tried to stay in a workplace like that before when I worked at a coffee shop, but yeah. This is the first time that I had someone fucking yell at me for shit. And it was because they were talking, like, because I was giving educational discussions and I was supposed to have like little lectures on history and stuff, usually about like the Victorian era and all that sort of thing. And I continuously had my managers and stuff like tell me like, hey, like you shouldn't be answering questions about like what politics were like at that time. If anyone makes like any similarities to what's going on now, you shouldn't be discussing it. But the demographic was supposed to be educational. And we had lots of students come in. And I started networking with more like professors and teachers from different local universities and people who would travel to try to learn about the historic site. And I would be honest about it. And that honesty caused a lot of problems in my workplace because we were supposed to do like the fluffy stuff of like, oh, they weren't really involved in anything. They weren't involved in like nonprofit work, or I wasn't supposed to say that they're involved in mutual aid programs or that the police refused to protect their properties because they helped out like black people and people in the community that were considered less than. Like they just said I had to keep it apolitical and not do that. And this girl fucking yelled at me for that shit. And I was like, you know what? It's not fucking working here anymore. Like I just can't do it. It was like a cushy job. I liked the work that I did, but I was compromising just the reality of how things were, just so that they could maximize their profit. And I was like, I can't do that. And that's really common here. It's really hot. Give me a second. One second. No, cool down. You're supposed to cheer it a bit. But yeah, it was just not a great situation. And a lot of people in my life were like, oh, just take it, it'll be okay. It won't be like that forever. I already washed this, so I'm gonna use that for later. It won't be like that forever. It's just how it is now, blah, 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 blah. And I couldn't stay with it because that's not how history was. And they're like, oh, but you're gonna lose like your community and all this stuff. But life has started picking up again, and I have other stuff that I'm doing that I care about, that I'm also passionate about, that I'm engaged in almost the exact same ways. And now I'm not anxious going into work all the time about whether or not I'm going to get fired because people are asking me to educate them and I am not allowed to do so anymore. Like, I don't know. It's not worth it. I still teach in other aspects, and it's opened opportunities and more doors for me to be able to get involved in other things. So it's like, it is unfortunate. Because I was really encouraged to, type 2 says it's getting better. Yeah. That workplace, though, not getting better. It's something that, like, I don't know, they're like, oh, you should still volunteer every once in a while and do that sort of thing. It'd be good to have you. But everyone who I started working with who had, like, the same educational perspective that I did about it, they started leaving slowly but surely. And I was like telling my management, because they were like, why does no one do anything anymore? Why is everyone quitting? Like, we're paying you guys more and all this shit. But everyone left, including me. I was like the last person there from the OG crew that gave the educational information for how it was. And I kept trying to help them change and trying to like help them be like, this is why people are leaving. And yeah, they're going to find people that fit the narrative, but they're going to lose their reputation, which they already have been. So it's like, I don't know. Not worth it. Everyone left. Like, I'm not joking. Like, literally everyone left. I want the meat to like fall apart, by the way, so I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer. So yeah, I left like a job that I really fucking loved because that person was the last straw. It was like a new hire who was very conservative, and she basically just started causing problems with me, started like trying to interrupt the stuff that I was talking about. And this girl had no historical background, nothing whatsoever. And she just started taking it because they're so desperate for people, and actual educators and historians didn't want to get involved anymore. So it's just, I don't know. It sucks. And I feel like a lot of people in the in the educational spaces are low-key going through that right now. And I loved it. I loved that job so much. I know, Sandy. I'm not gonna let you in right now. But I don't know. What's more important, the money and like having it on my resume or whatever, and the easy way out now, or the long term like good stuff. Because I could have stayed. I really could have stayed, and I wanted to stay so bad. Like, I cried so much when I had to like message my boss and be like, hey, I can't do this anymore. And then some of my coworkers who were like adjacent were like, oh, if you're leaving, like I'm not doing this at all anymore. And we have meetings, like outside. We all get like coffee and hang out sometimes, and we volunteer and work at other places together too. So it's not like we don't see each other. It's just sad. And yeah, I tried to like stay a little bit and then, you know, be like, hey, people come back if we do this or whatever, but that just never happened. Things never changed. So, I don't know. When the last straw hits, and then a lot of the more organizational staff are leaving too. Because no, I don't know. It's just not good. There's people that'll just stay there, you know, because they either have to have the money and they need to find another job first, or yeah, we'll see. Not me trying to talk shit or whatever. It's just, I don't know. It's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Like, how much am I willing to let my life fall apart so I can do what I believe to be the right thing? I don't know. I hope it works out. So then I can be like, yeah, guys, see, it all works out. Do the right thing. Type 2 says, I like your apron. Thank you. I got it from one of my friends at a catering company. And then I put the patch on it that says, I need space. And I've had that for a really long time. I think I got it from, it might have been like Hot Topic. It's either Hot Topic or Spencer's. When I was really young. It was one of my first patches that I got. So I was like, I'm gonna put patches on everything. I thought it was so cool. Well, yeah, old school. I know. I feel like it's showing my age. I was in like middle school, and I wanted. My family was like, if you're going to be camping or whatever, you need to put patches or something identifying on your clothes so that it doesn't get mixed up with other people's stuff. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Type 2 says good times at the mall, I guess. I lived really close to the mall when I was living with my grandparents, so yeah. Type 2 says, I had a metal battle vest with lots of patches until I got too fat for it. No, you can take the patches off and put them on something else. No, Shandy, you're not allowed to. Nope. Nope, I see you. Yeah. I only sew my patches on. I haven't ironed on any of my patches, like, ever. So all of this is sewn on. So I can take it off and then put it back on. And I have like old stuff that I take patches off of when I don't wear it anymore. Like this used to be on my backpack. And then it was no, Sandra, out of the kitchen. You're not allowed in here right now. I know you smell it. It smells so good for you. She's like, give me the beef. It actually does smell really good right now. She's so upset. No. Girl. I don't know what to do. Siri, too. Even my cat's going for it. But yeah. Holy shit. I already put the onions in it, so I can give it to you guys. Oh, meow yourself, sir. Anyways. But I bet you could re-sew it, or you could have someone that you know that sews put it on something else. I'm not super good at sewing, so I try to make it look good, but it's not horrible. You could even be really bad at it and not make it look super good. Like, this was one of the first ones. Or, well, I had this on a backpack that was really, really old that I started putting together in middle school. And, I was looking at the stitching quality and I was like, what the fuck was I doing? But it held on for over a decade, so I don't know. But yeah, I guess speaking your truth can be a good thing. I'm just waiting to see it out to the other side. Oh my god. This is so good. This is my guitar. Here, get your booty down. Ups. No, are you really doing this right now? Sir. He's begging. He wants it so bad. He's like, get food. Please. Please get the food. Okay. I'm gonna add some turmeric. I don't remember. Get your booty down. Yeah, yeah. Meow, meow. He's like, no. 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of white pepper instead of ground pepper because I think it'll add a little bit more flavor. And I'm not salting this because I don't have any, I don't want it to be too salty today. I'll salt it towards the end. There's a lot of salt in tomatoes that's preserved and other stuff too. So the directions say onions, garlic, turmeric, red pepper, and all that stuff. Beans, spinach, cilantro, parsley, dill, and chives. Okay, so I gotta add this too. Bam! Okay, let's add the tomatoes now. Actually, I think I'm gonna add these towards the end. I think that'll be a little bit better. Not immediately, but kind of around that time. Let's see, should I add the... Okay. 3 cups broth. Okay. I'd add like 4 cups too, but let's make sure that this is cooked pretty much all the way through. Yeah. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, delicious. Delicious. Once the onions are done cooking, that's when it will be good. And this is something that will in fact stain your teeth, just so you know. I also just got the fresh roasted dried diced tomatoes or whatever from Aldi. So I don't know. I think it's pretty good. It's not always the best one, but it's pretty great. And then I'm just gonna add most of the beef broth, but I'm gonna make sure everything's kind of like stirred in first. And then about 30 minutes is when I'm gonna add the beans and the fresh seasonings, because I am shortening the entire process. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a lot of leftovers. So I cleaned out some cans, or I guess mason jars or whatever. And this is about 4 cups. And I'm gonna let it cook uncovered. So, oh, but easy peasy. Easy peasy, bro. God, I love candy. I think I'm gonna have to use a different cutting board for the carrot cake thing that I'm gonna make. Here's a recipe here, chat. But I'm not gonna pin it because I have some I have like a carrot cake thing I gotta make. Okay. Let's see, I have to put a little bit of vanilla in, but we don't have vanilla, so I think I'll just use I guess we'll start with the liquids. I guess I gotta show you. I don't know, every time I talk about it, I get kind of sad. I really like that job, Chat. I want it to last a lot longer. Oh my gosh. I wish I could just leave things pinned for a lot longer, but it always unpins. They should let it be like an hour or something, but it never is. So this is just gonna go. I'm gonna bring it up to simmer and then I'm just gonna leave it. It smells pretty good. So I hope it tastes good. If it doesn't taste good, I'm just gonna be kind of sad. Let's do only 1 tablespoon of butter. Interesting. Okay. Well, let me get everything so we can prep it. All right. We need 1 tablespoon of butter, which is going to melt, and then 2 eggs, and some syrup. But I'm going to add just a little bit of extra syrup. It's a 100% pure maple syrup. And this is just the cheap one. I have some good maple syrup that's from, I think it's Wisconsin or Montana. And it's late season syrup, so it's a lot richer. Whenever Cole gets back here, I'll have to break it out. I'll be like, look at my good maple syrup. But for now, I'm just going to use this up. Because I think it'll taste fine. See, oh, if you guys are saying anything, I'm not really seeing it. Sorry, y'all. Oh, no, you're not. That's chill. I'll just keep talking then. Let's see. Do we have 2% milk, Andrew?
What's up?
Do we have milk?
I don't think we got any.
It calls for milk. Yeah, I think soy would be okay. As long as you're cool with that. Oh, it hasn't been opened yet. Okay, shut. Okay, it's almost open. I forget. The bigger the container, the longer it takes for it to melt. I was worried, chat. I was worried. Okay. So we have 2.5 cups of milk. I'll add in just a minute. I'm gonna like mix that up. Okay. Ooh. Honestly, I hope this tastes good. It might need just a little bit longer, but I don't know. Sometimes I just like to take it and let it go down on its own. Oh no, cry, cry. Listen to the clinking and cry. Oh, you can't really see it. What up? Ooh. Maybe you can see it better now. It's slowly just melting. So I'm gonna wait for it to melt all the way. And then because there's no vanilla. Oh, that's gonna be a weird flavor. It'll be okay. Okay. We're gonna add how much syrup? Let's do 2 tablespoons. We're gonna do roughly. A little over. I can do just a little bit more. Because we don't have vanilla. I think it's gonna be good. That's gonna be great. I'm gonna leave that to the side just in case I want to add a little bit more. 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 1 teaspoon nutmeg, and 1/4 cup brown sugar. I feel like I should add, let's do the milk first, 2.5 cups milk, and then we're gonna do the eggs, and then the seasoning. Honestly, I'm kind of excited to try this. Oh, I gotta start the oven. 350 loves. Maybe it's 375. I don't fucking know. Well, let me see. 350. Okay. Okay. Now y'all got me like bummed out. We were talking about this sad shit. Now my brain's like, oh you. For you. Okay. I always kind of like suck on the milk a little bit. I don't know. It's just really good. I like soy milk a lot. I grew up drinking it. And I've always just really enjoyed it. I also bake a little bit differently compared to a lot of other people. This feels like a lot of milk. How much is this bake? Am I crazy? 2.5 cups of milk. That's crazy. 3 cups of oats. I'm gonna need a bigger container. I don't think I will. Maybe I will. I don't know. If I do, oh well. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Coriander, cinnamon. Let's do some cardamom because I usually add that to most of my baking. Then we need nutmeg and ground ginger. I don't know if I have ground ginger. I feel like if I added, I have cloves. I like the seasoning. Oregano. Oh no, oregano. Okay. Harissa powder. Yeah, let me put harissa powder in this, y'all chat. I feel like that's gonna be so good. Okay, let's see. I have some honey. I'll put some allspice in. We'll just make it just a little bit different because I don't think I have any ground ginger, and I think we'll be okay without it, but I think it's a good substitute. So we need 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 1 teaspoon nutmeg. Okay. All right. Let me get all the goodies. Sorry, Sandy. I'm sorry. She's like, you're such a fucking bitch. I had to move everything. And she looks at me. She's just like, oh. George says, after listening to the news during the day, your brain needs a break from the evening so you can go to sleep. Stress will keep you up. Yeah, I do know that. Yeah. It's kind of hard though, because a lot of it is inherently super stressful, you know? I've been having a hard time sleeping. Mainly because I've been stressed with a lot of stuff that's going on, like work stuff, life stuff or whatever. And you know, nothing's forever. And I get that. But I also get like a little stressed because I think I could probably do like, I feel like this would be really good with it. I don't know. I have been really stressed about what's happening. Because I don't know what decision is the right decision to make. That was about half, by the way. I'm doing half allspice, half cardamom. And then I think I have some nutmeg somewhere, but yeah. And it's not really the news. It's not like, because I understand that it's a privilege to not have to listen to the news. And I get that. And I could theoretically not listen to it and I'd be fine. And I did for a while. Like, I had to take a break because my entire family died, yo. I did not have the ability to listen to anything. But as time has gone on, I'm not in that place anymore. And I don't want to abuse that privilege. It just seems bad. And I know what I can handle, what I can't. So I just, I keep going. Let's see. 1 teaspoon nutmeg. Arbor says, oh no. What do you mean, oh no? Another bad thing, Arbor? Ah, lay it on me. I don't even smoke weed or like drink anymore, really. And I have lots of good things happening too. It's just, there's always sad stuff too. What is it? There's this thing on TikTok, it's like a trend where it's like all roads lead to Rome or whatever, where life will always eventually, you're always going to have some sadness with life. Something bad is always going to happen. It's up to you what you do with it. So, I don't know. I think you can let it corrupt you, or you choose to accept that bad stuff will happen. And try to do what you can to help where you can. And that's not me saying like, oh, I'm a good person or whatever, because I would not consider myself a good person. But I try though. Well, food is good. It looks good for sure. I think it'll be good. Right. I like to mix all of my seasoning and stuff like that before, like, into the wet ingredients. Before I add stuff to the, I add, like, the dry ingredients. Because I feel like it's more, it's a lot smoother. So I needed 1.5 or 2.5. So we're adding that last here. And then I'm gonna get my eggs. My eggs. Oh my god. I'm also eating candy as we do this, which is giving me dopamine. Alright, we got our seasonings done. Doot. And I also need to add the tomatoes and the tomato and the garlic, and then I'm gonna wait. I could probably add the beans now, honestly. I don't know if I'm supposed to have like the reserve liquid in there, but I wanted to break down like a little bit. I think I'm gonna do half the beans now and then half the beans later. And I think it'll taste a lot better that way. At least I hope so. If not, that's just beans. Let's see. But yeah, I'll have an existential crisis later, Chad. That ain't your responsibility. This is very similar to the stew that I made last week too, but I didn't make it on stream. It was like a bean stew. It was really good. But Andrew was like, oh my god, his stomach did not like it. So we'll see if his tummy likes this one. I could save the bean liquid, but I think it'll add like a weird kind of flavor to it, so I really don't want to. Eh. Wait, let me see, let me see. Wait, guys. Wait. Okay, we're adding half the beans. Okay, the other half, I'm just gonna put over the rice container. That should be good. I'm gonna take the tomatoes, add most of them now, because I want them to break down a bit more. I know you guys, I told you guys, oh, I don't want them to break down too much. But I think it's time. In my gut, I feel like it's time. Let me get the rest of the garlic. I can't believe I'm almost out of garlic. I had so much freaking garlic, chat. I might want a bit more garlic in this, but I think we'll be okay. And we just really want it to reduce down. So about a quarter of this liquid is gone. And when it gets to that point, I'm going to add the rest of the beans. And I'm going to start cooking the rice. And then we can call it a day. Oh, yeah, and that's also when I'm going to add the rest of, like, the fresh seasonings, like the dill, chives, and that sort of thing. I think the chives will just go on top. I feel like it'll be better that way. Okay, back to, we need 2 eggs. Okay, got all that stuff, got all that, got the butter, got the syrup. And we have, oh, baking powder. I should probably add 1 teaspoon baking powder. Probably should have added this first. But we'll be alright. Yeah. Also, I think another big part of the stressful stuff that I'm going through is I'm taking a legalese class. And that means that I get to pay attention to the, like, stuff like the Supreme Court right now and all the crazy shit that's happening. And that is great for the good old brain. Hmm. Let's do 1/4 cup brown sugar now. I think I'm gonna do the regular brown sugar because I do have some light brown sugar, but I normally put that in my coffee because having like having sugar in your coffee every day isn't always the most healthy thing. IMO. People are like, you shouldn't have sugar in your coffee every day. It's not good for you. Meanwhile, I think I eat way more than the recommended sugar intake, or at least just to the limit of it. So I got to be a little bit careful. I've been trying to like portion out my sugar more. And by trying, I've decided that's a thing that I should do today. So we'll see how that goes. But it's just so good. Ever since I stopped putting coffee in my sugar at some point because I felt like it was too much. Yeah. Well, that's why I got the light brown sugar. Because it doesn't have as much molasses in it or whatever, which isn't super good for you. And I don't really eat a lot of like processed stuff. Like the only processed like sugars I really consume are candy. So I know y'all were judging me earlier. I was like, you know what, fine. Maybe you're a little right about it. I'll succumb to peer pressure just a tad. Just a teensy weensy bit. Alright, and we have 2 eggs that we need. I'm going to scramble them here in this little container. Just because it'll be better. I used to be able to crack it with one hand, and that kind of stresses me out, so. Sorry you can't see it. If I had a bigger camera, I would, but I don't, so. Yeah. God, I wash my hands so much. It makes them crack. When I worked in the kitchen, oh my god, my hands were dry as fuck. I had to wear gloves with like, you know, like the gloves, the kind of plasticky, like condom-like gloves that you have to put on without like the powder, not latex, the non-latex ones, because, you know, they're cheaper. But anyways, I'd put a ton of lotion on and then I'd have to wear those gloves and I hated the feeling of it, but it's the only thing that kept them from cracking. We're gonna keep this boiling for a little bit until, it's pretty much done. I still have that butter on my knife, my fork. Okay, that's not happening. Anyways, Arvis says, and I realized I didn't need to buy that many kilograms of stuff every week. It was a lot. I didn't consume that much. But I definitely consume a lot. Actually, not really as much as a lot of other people do. I don't eat like for breakfast, I don't really have like pastries or anything like that. And at this point, I really don't think I have like the standard American diet anymore. Just because I'm fucking allergic to everything. It's fine. I was talking to this one dude today, and I was like, yeah, give me some like recipes from like your home country or whatever, and I'll like make it. Like, what's your favorite thing? And I was like, maybe I'll like give you a plate or whatever, because when you guys give me recipe recommendations, I wish I could give you a plate so you could tell me if it's good or not. But that's not really how this works, so I cried. And he was like, oh, there's this thing with like mangoes. And I was like, oh, because he wanted me to make like a dessert. And I can't. It makes me cry. Well, I guess I should probably just put this away. Honestly. Honestly, that has to go in its rightful home, chat. There's my leftover coffee. But yeah, I had to explain to him everything that I'm allergic to. And he was like, that's like all of my favorite foods. And then I was like, this is why I don't get to go out to eat a lot. Tears. Okay. All right, it's the oat time. What is your favorite food, Arbor? Have I made your favorite food on stream yet? Or did you give me the pork thing? Oh, I should add the oats last. Okay. Hi, Siri. Yup, meow meow. Yeah, I should add the dry ingredients last. Okay, so 4 large carrots, chat. Whoever says, I don't know, I mostly eat yellow things. What the fuck does that mean? The broggle. The broggle's in the way. No, I know. I'm getting the carrots. No, out of the kitchen. You will get your carrot soup. I am going to literally give you all of the leftover carrot shit. Do not, girl. Sir. Sir, it's a carrot. It's a carrot. See? Smell the carrots. What do you think? Do you want to eat it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Let's see. Arbor says, I love to put nuts into stuff and garlic. Lots of garlic. But I also can't cook for shit. You can learn, though. You can learn, though. Arbor says, all the yellow bias is just something I realized once one day looking at my plate. Bro. That's what I felt like when I was living with my grandparents. And there were like, I don't know if I've actually talked to you guys about all the food restrictions. Some of you guys know. But the church my grandparents were a part of, there were loads of food restrictions. So you couldn't have a lot of, and my grandpa was a pastor. So there was no seasonings, like I couldn't have spicy seasonings. My grandma was allergic to green peppers, so I couldn't have any green peppers. And like literally anything, which was so sad. Arbor says it's all yellow. Am I this simple? just get some like purple food dye and put it in there And then you have like this illusion that it's better than it really is. Oh shit, I'm also supposed to. Oh! This reminds me of the Nigerian stew that I made. Remember, I don't know if you guys were here for that, but I made this like Nigerian stew where I should put the pumpkin seeds in this. I have pumpkin seeds. And I could just blend it up a bit and I'll add like a good texture to it. Because I really enjoyed that. And that's like a Nigerian thing. Really good. Anyways, sorry, I got distracted. But I was like really hyped for that. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Are you guys going to be able to see what I'm doing? I'll change it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, the food restrictions included, but we're not limited to. No caffeine. No alcohol, which is fine because like I was a minor. No pork, crustaceans, basically everything kosher. That was like the rules. And I was vegan vegetarian because that was the rule of the household because my grandpa, I already talked about this with you guys before, but he was on a low cholesterol diet, so we had to cut all of that out. And we didn't have a lot of dairy because it was like not super great. So basically, I just didn't have any good food. Like my family would make this thing. Let me look this up. Let me send you all the recipe. Oh my god. I'm not even joking with you guys. This is what I ate as a child. Oh, it's called Special K cottage cheese loaf. And it's a favorite among Seventh-day Adventists. And it makes me so sad. Like, I don't know if you guys are like on your computers or whatever, but you should take a peek at it because that's what I had multiple times a week as a child. And I would like beg my family to like let me put sriracha or some shit on it. And they said no. So I had to raw dog this shit. It had no flavor. Oh my god. It's eggs, cottage cheese, Special K loaf, pecan meal, and evaporated milk with onions sometimes. George says, "Oh, yum. Yeah." And they wonder why I had an eating disorder because I hated it. I was like, people are like, "Oh my god, food is so good. Food is life." Meanwhile, I wasn't even allowed to eat pizza. So like, this is like what I ate. And we would have mac and cheese sometimes, but for the most part, it was like nothingness all the time. So yeah, I don't know. When you say you just ate like yellow things, all I ate was gray food. It was so sad. Arbor looks interesting actually, but the ingredients are odd to say the least. That's true. It is true. Doris says, no, that's a crime. No pizza. I know. It was in fact a crime. Arbor says, but hey, no taste. That's perfect for white people, no? Well, Ellen White did say that the less seasoning you ate, the closer you were to God. But I think it's because she was racist. But that's like a whole nother thing. But she did. She said the Confederates should have won. So there, that kind of puts into frame her perspective. And if any of you guys are Adventists in the chat, I highly recommend that you look at the original documents and her original perspectives on that, because she was very, very much racist and very much into plagiarism. But hey, that's not even a theory. It's just real. Yeah, and she had like fasting rules and stuff like that. So she recommended that people fasted a lot. So I would, like the fasting that people do for, oh, what do you call it? It's like intermittent fasting or whatever, where you only eat like one meal a day. She recommended people do that sometimes to get closer to God. So my family would have me fast a lot too, which is common in a lot of religions. That part wasn't as bad. But I think the food they made me eat, that was the worst part. That was the crime. I think I might need to turn it down just a little. It's boiling pretty heavy. Yeah, anyways, I've learned about my drama. But I think when I started living with Andrew, he was like, you need to eat real food. Like all this food fucking sucks. He was like, you don't even know how to cook. And I barely knew how to cook vegetables too. Everything I learned was from babysitting and like I don't know, immigrant families and stuff like that. And they would be like, "Oh, this is how we cook," and I'd just be like, "Oh my god!" And nothing was sadder than going to like a potluck, and the most seasoned thing was like a cold mac and cheese dish. It was so disappointing, chat. I cry. But anyways, I eat good food now. Look at my stew. You guys are just like, oh my god, girl. What the fuck? Okay. Carrots are almost done. The dogs are going to be very excited for this, just so you guys know. And I don't know how well this is going to go. I've never made this before, but I hope it's good. And I hope that my bowl is big enough, because if it's not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a bigger bowl, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, it'll fit ish, maybe, hopefully. I'll cry. But yeah, you still have to tell me what your like favorite food is. Arbor says, I lived in the US for a year actually. The food made me add poor and gain weight. uh except Monte Cristo sandwiches. That made me happy, poor and gain weight. It's true. Like here it's so fucking, pardon my language. It's really stupid because all the good food is really expensive. So that's why you just have to learn how to make it all at home. Or be friends with people who will like give you good shit. Arbor says, but the cottage cheese thing is something else. Dang, yeah. Oh, and my family would make like jello with mandarin oranges, but it would be like the low sugar jello. And it couldn't have horse hooves in it. Like gelatin. So which is okay. Because I don't want to eat like gelatin either. It makes me feel bad. But yeah. It was a vibe. It was really sad. Because I couldn't even have gummy vitamins until they came out with the ones that don't have that. I had a thing for dubious food, huh? Yeah. It made me so sad because that was my favorite treat growing up. Jello with canned mandarin oranges in it. But not even like great textured jello. Just sad jello. I would also just drink soy milk and eat cheese. That's literally what I would do. I would have like a brick of cheese that my grandma would buy. Usually a cheddar. Oh, I really like the Colby Jack cheese, which is like a marble kind of cheese, and I would just eat the cheese. That's all I did. I would eat cheese and like random shit. Like, I would eat chocolate chips. It was so gross. It's so sad as I'm like cooking really good food. Guys, it's okay. They're all dead now. They died because their food was horrible. That was a joke, guys. I'm allowed to make jokes about this. Yeah, no, the food wasn't super great. I remember in school people would be like, "Why are you so skinny?" And I'd be like, "I don't know, I just don't get why people like food so much. I don't get it." Because I never had like a good meal in my life. Wait, almost done. Oh, my arm. I was cleaning a ceiling yesterday. So George had to I don't know if you're still here. The earlier you were saying how you had to do drywall on the ceiling. I had to dust the ceiling at my job yesterday. So I was like, oh, my arms are really sore. Get all the cobwebs and stuff. George says here. Here. Alright, let's see. Oh my god. Guys, imagine this is Trump, you know, on the grater. I could get arrested for saying that at this point. I'm also using a cheese grater for this because it's like, I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. I got focused. This kind of slippy. I have a better grater. It's away. And I've committed to this one. Oh my gosh. But you still have to tell me like your favorite food, Arbor, so I can fucking make it, bro. What is your favorite food, sir? The bar is in hell. I've eaten cottage cheese loaf, so like as long as I'm not allergic to it, I will make it. I'm actually gonna go to like the better one. I've caved. I'm afraid I'm gonna cut myself on it because it's so horrible. Wait, hold up. I know Shandy. Yourself. Oh my god, this is so much better. I can't think of a favorite. Yellow is all I got. I feel like you're. Gotta give me like a good food. What was your favorite food from America? I've made lots of your guys' favorite. And it's good for me because I'm still learning. I need more recipes. Remember, there's a Barbara says we don't have good food here in Germany. It's all weird, tbh. I know you guys eat like a lot of like bread and cheese. That's what I ate growing up. Okay. Holy shit! I have 2 more carrots. Okay. Why so many carrots? This one is like if you have a dessert though, that'd be okay too. I made semla. That was good. I also made like those Polish oh those like potato pastry things that took me fucking 5 hours to cook on stream. That was fun. So, you know, Blutwurst, German. Yeah. You mean bratwurst? What's Blutwurst? Pelmini? Oh. Oh, oh. Oh my god. I know this isn't the right way. I know. The actual German blood sausage slap. So I'll have to pass on that one. But like, don't you guys have like pudding with fork parties or whatever? I could do that one. Oh my god, guys, I did it. Just kidding. There's another carrot. More carrot. George says, I've been listening to you. I've been on Amazon shopping, finally ordering a new laptop. Oh, I thought you were getting it from Costco. I hope it's good. Oh shit. Okay, let's see. Holy moly. Holy shit, okay. So much carrot. My ancestors would be proud of me for eating it. I found a good deal on Amazon first. That's good. I'm almost done. Oh my god. Y'all. It's like a mountain of carrot. I'm gonna do a little bit more. That'll be good. Oh my god. My arm is good. Holy fuck. It's gonna give me fucking roid rage. I'm not even on any roids, but oh, I am so done with this shit. Uh, Yay! Okay, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, okay. Whew. Now I gotta fish out that goddamn fucking carrot. Holy crap. Did I see a chunk of carrot fall in the bowl? Yes, you did. That is correct. Now I have to find it. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, I'm okay now. I was about to be really upset, honestly. So the carrot scraps are gonna go to the dogs. I already put the eggs in, so we're good there. Before we mix the oats in, because that's like the last thing, I am going to come over here, Cindy, out of the goddamn kitchen, girl. Oh, out of the kitchen. Oh, thank you. Don't you dare. I see you, and you're not allowed in the kitchen right now. I'm gonna take some parchment paper and some butter, and I'm gonna make it all stick. Because I don't have any spray to do right now, and that's okay. I've been streaming for not even 2 hours yet, so we're doing pretty good. Alright, and then a little bit after I get this in the oven, I'm going to add the spinach, and then I'm going to put the rest of the beans in. We should be all good. Fun fact. Oh my god, we got a bot, chat. Look at that. Look at that. Goodbye, bot. Toodaloo. I'll see you some other time. Okay. Now we got more to do. Alright. Alright. Sandy, I swear to God. We're not allowed in this kitchen right now. I don't have like a gate big enough to out of the kitchen. I don't want to play this game with you. Nope. Nope. Thank you. I just kind of like walk that direction with Butter. And she thinks I'm gonna give it to her. Which at first I felt bad. I was like, man, am I conning my dog? Am I being manipulative? But then I realized that sometimes she fucking pretends that there's something going on outside when there's really not. So she can go outside. And she's like, oh, I gotta go potty, I gotta go potty. And she doesn't have to go potty at all. So I'm like, you know what? I'm allowed to be a little manipulative with her. Okay. Okay. And the cook's just gonna be like, just wait, just wait. It'll look better. I have a plate. Where's my knife? I hope this one's sharpened. It might not actually be sharp enough, but oh, it is. Okay. Yeah. I lied to myself and to you. Am I still a good streamer? Okay, hold up. Hold up. Okay, let's. No, motherfucker. Oh my god. Pretend that this isn't happening right now, please and thank you. Ah, fuck. You guys are probably like, isn't that scratching the ball? Maybe. Do I care? Not really. I don't really like it that much. This reminds me of my ex's mom. Okay, whoa, hold up. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold up. Ah. There we go. There we go. If it was square, this would have been a lot easier, okay? Okay. Those who know that this will make it easier. And then I'm gonna butter the top of it, which might make that everything that I did just a little bit redundant, but I don't care. I really don't. Oh my god, we're getting to the finish line, chat. Kind of. If this doesn't turn out well, that's fine, because I don't really eat this anyways. It's more for Andrew than anything. I'm gonna let him make the sauce on top of it, the cream cheese stuff, because I think he makes it a little bit differently. And if I do it, I'll make it way too sweet for him, because I usually never follow recipes. Cream cheese frosting. Because I like it extra sweet and extra good. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay, I'll be more energized in like a day or two. I keep saying that, but it's mainly me just gaslighting myself. No, it's not gaslighting myself, it's manifestation. Manifestation, nation. Anyways, we're gonna have to see how more of this crap goes. Wait, where are my oats? I could have sworn I got the oats. I just put them back. I grabbed the oats and I put them back. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you guys need the recipe again. Here you go, because it only lets me do it for 30 minutes at a time, because this is live. And yes, I need to have the butt, but I have not done it yet, so. Oh, well. Okay. Yeah, I put everything else in. Dang. This last part. 3 cups. 3 cups of oats, y'all. It actually smells kind of like good. I'm getting hungry to the point where I just want to eat the oats. Maybe it is big enough, chat. Oh my god. Look at that. Yay. Yay. That is actually satisfying. Wait. The oven is already ready to go. Honestly, I keep thinking that we're already past the 2-hour mark, but we're really not. I think it's because y'all are pretty quiet today. I just can't get over the fact that the government is like trying to say Antifa is bad. Being anti-fascist is bad. I don't know. It's kind of breaking my fucking brain a bit. Not even a bit, quite a bit. Like a lot. A lot. I just don't get it. Okay, I don't really have to stir it too much because it's kind of already like done its thing. How good this is gonna be, but I guess that you gotta like trust the process or whatever. I hope it's good. Because like I guess the moisture will kind of settle on its own. But my goodness. This is odd. Maybe it'll taste really good, right? Manifestation. Positive vibes. Oh man. Just seems so like unpatriotic to be like pro-fascism, you know? And that stresses me out. Oh, 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 oh. Look at your chat. Ah, delicious. George says they're paid thugs. George, there is no Antifa organization. There are organizations that are left leaning or whatever, but Antifa itself isn't like an actual organization. It's like Sandy gotta move a booty. Boot scoop boogie bitch. Let's go. Let's see. Bake for 30 to 35 minutes. Alright, bet. Watch out! Watch out! Yep. It's your time to move. Okay, Siri, you gotta get out. I want you to try to hop in the oven again. Oh, goodness. Having animals is like a riot, yo. Okay. Yeah, George says, yeah, keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself that. Why do you think that being anti-fascist is a bad thing? And there's no evidence of like any organization directly funding like a lot of protesters and stuff like that. They don't really do that. They'll provide stuff if you go to a protest, which, you know, I've participated in. Like handing out pamphlets and signs and stuff like that. Oh, even the fucking ACLU does that. The ACLU will literally like go to protests and hand out like the signs and stuff like that. It's just part of their program because they know that a lot of people can't afford to like make their own or they don't have the ability to, so they give them to people for free at the protests. It's not like people are getting paid to do it. It's literally like people who have the resources go and they get the thing, or they make the thing, and then they basically just like facilitate everyone else having it. It works like that on both sides. I've been part of quite a few protests. And I've also helped give out like memorabilia and stuff like that too. And that's how it goes. See. Okay, let's see. Now we're getting back to the stew chat. Boop. See. Okay, 2 cups of spinach. That's like not that much spinach, honestly. But there'd be more. I'm gonna use the spinach for other stuff too. Wait, let me get the lemon. I don't know. I've been part of a lot of different things. And that's not like, Siri, get there. It's not being, George says, I've watched them online. They're not protesters. They just spread hate and call for violence. Yeah, but if they're not every organization, not every organization, organizations understand that they cannot be hateful like that or incite violence or whatever. Otherwise, they're at risk of being shut down. Like, if you're part of any organization, here's the thing about lefties, George, that we've talked about on chat and you were here for. So I'm just going to kind of like reiterate, not trying to like make you upset or anything, just kind of bring back to the discussions that we've had prior. Okay, I gotta get the green tea out of here. One second. Okay. But a lot of that stuff that happens, like any organization or whatever, they have to cooperate with the police to, because we've talked about organizing protests before. And how, like, I've been part of some protest organization and that sort of thing. And all of the stuff that goes into it, you have to usually get a license or a permit to be, like, depending on where you're at. Sometimes they call it different things. But usually you need a permit from the city that you live in order to get permission to protest in a certain area. The city will not give permits out to random organizations that call for violence in any way, shape, or form, or have any association with anything kind of risky. That's why here in Omaha and lots of other places, there hasn't been a lot of pro-Palestinian protests that have lasted really long because people deem it to be like pro-Hamas or whatever, and it's hard to keep that going. So a lot of the protests that do happen are usually like on public property, and they're very small, and they usually get kicked out eventually. Like, they don't get to stay there super long. So that's one thing I want to mention. So it's not like the government isn't involved, because they're usually almost always involved for crowd control. Even with smaller scale things that are happening, like, let's say I've worked a lot of parades. parades, when you organize a parade, you have to get the police involved, you have to get streets shut down, you have to make sure there's crowd control, everything. They almost always work with the government with anything that's happening in city limits. If you're out of city limits, you can do whatever the fuck you want for the most part. There's, depending on the state you live in and the county you're in, there's some regulations and stuff. But for the most part, you can do whatever you want. So the reality is that the governments and city governments would be giving people permission to do that. And if things get out of hand or whatever, then the government normally steps in and suppresses everybody. People who are left-leaning do not like how in order to protest, you have to collaborate with the government. Real fucking Antifa people like that aren't participating in organized protests like that in the same manner. They are very hesitant to participate in those protests. We have had people in my chat multiple times who are very left-leaning who will talk to you about that. I highly recommend that you go to Zach's stream. He's the Australian streamer that's a friend of the channel, and he's very much left-leaning, anarchist. If you want to learn more about that perspective, you can just talk to the people who actually engage with that. As someone who has been part of event planning, who has been involved in lots of those different things at different levels, whether that be local governance, local community stuff, whatever, that is how it happens. It is not something where people just randomly show up and decide to protest, because it's very easy to be like, oh, you don't have the right permit to get here, and then they can just, or to be here, and they just basically dissolve whatever's happening. Depending on the city, it's a little bit different, but for the most part, that's how it goes almost everywhere in the States. That's why you don't have a lot of pro-Palestinian protests. That's why you don't have a lot of good stuff going on in general with that. A lot of protests that do happen that are pro-Palestinian stuff like that are technically on private property that is adjacent to a public space, because in the private property, people are allowed to do whatever they want. And that is where you have seen the most stuff happening. But that is just my take. As someone who's actually been part of that shit and actually helped organize stuff. That is what happens. Have I been big on the totem pole of doing that? No, I just volunteer to help my community. Most of it's just small municipality stuff. Or just I don't know, craft fairs and shit like that. I haven't been a part of a lot of protest organization, but I've been to a lot of them. And the ones I have helped out with is on No King's Day with Bernie. We, a lot of people who were volunteers for Bernie, went and handed out different memorabilia and signs, trying to help people get more educated about what's going on in our area with our senators and that sort of thing, and trying to, because this was before the big beautiful bill was passed or whatever, so we were trying to draw more attention to that. And I technically met with them when they were there, and they're like, oh yeah, do you want to help pass things out? I didn't even know that they were doing the whole process or having everything there. And then it's just, you participate. You just participate. It's not super bad. It's not protests in general, especially the ones that go south or whatever. Most of the time, protests do go south because police are pressuring people and pushing people away when they should just be allowed to stay there. If you watch any of the current ICE protests that are happening, which you can see in LA, you can see them happening in Seattle, Portland, Oregon, I think there's some in Texas, literally everywhere. They're happening 24/7. I know in LA they are. And people are literally going there, and as long as the police don't escalate and they let the protesters just stay there, they're fine. Let people protest peacefully. But it's the police, when they try enforcing hey, you can't be here at these times and stuff like that, people get rowdy because they're you're trying to push us out. And most of the time when the police push people out, it's not in the nicest way. It really isn't. And that's something that I have talked to people that are police officers about that process and how they are literally told that they are supposed to do that. So they understand what they're doing. And that's why they have the training that they do. Yeah, George, they are peaceful. There have been no, protests in which people have actually been hurt in this past, honestly, with currently what's happening. There haven't been a lot of protests where someone has, actually been hurt by people at the protest or anything. That's pretty much what's happened, this entire time. The whole point of all these protests that are happening and a lot of the discussions that are happening with, legislative members about these protests, especially in places like Chicago and Portland and that sort of thing. Larger, especially blue-leaning cities. They're telling people that they need to be sure to not escalate. If the National Guard comes in, try to not follow through or try to be aggressive to the National Guard or do anything like that, because they're looking for any opportunity to escalate matters, which we already saw in LA. We really did, especially in the evening. So people would show a lot of footage of oh, they're throwing bricks at cars and shit like that. But literally the night before, they were abusing protesters. So they don't show that side. They're trying to pursue a certain narrative. It's just how it is. And that's why I personally am concerned about a lot of the things that have happened. Because, like I said, it's not me just talking oh, this is the stuff that's happened, I've gone to them. No. I've actually helped participate in them, and I know the entire process that happens. Inside and out. Especially in Nebraska. Maybe other cities, I'd have to learn it, and I'd have to get more involved and invested to learn that stuff. But here in Nebraska, I know how it goes. Most of the Midwest operates the same way. It's just... That's why I'm so concerned and I'm so angry and agitated about what's been happening. Because the fact that it's escalating to this point is not a good sign. It's not a good thing. It's a very sad thing. And it's a very disappointing thing. And the fact that it's being framed in that way is messed up because, like I said before, the police have the power in the protests. They have guns, the protesters don't. BLM era protests, different story. People actually had weapons there. At least some places. But that's a different discussion. I'm gonna get my... I have to re-seal my lock. My whack.
The whack.
You're talking about protests, Andrew.
What about them?
I know. Well, how they're organized and stuff.
Yeah.
And takes a lot of work.
Oh.
Are you tired too? I'll put this away.
Yours.
I know, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, eat a snack.
No, but then I want to savor the food.
You can do both. Both of them.
Both of them.
Oh.
Okay, I'll just finish later. What should I do with the kids? I was thinking about giving it to the dogs.
They probably eat it. Yeah.
You think so?
Very likely. Smells good.
Better fucking smell good. That's where I'm at with it, Andrew. I've been making it for so long. I think it's because I'm hungry. I didn't really get a big lunch. I just kind of had noodles.
Yeah.
And that's not
Bagel
good.
and noodles is not, yeah.
A full day's meal. And I can feel that I'm running out of steam and getting angry. I'm just like, look, Sandy, out of the goddamn kitchen. Don't fuck with me. Just because Andrew's here doesn't mean you gotta do that. You're in the bad place. You're not supposed to be right there. She's like, I'm gonna be in the place where I could get the most hurt. And I'm like, please don't. And she's like, watch.
Sandra.
Stop it.
Okay, girlie. Come on.
I know. Okay, anyways. Andrew comes in and she's like, I don't have to do anything.
There are no rules.
There are no more rules. And she goes right in the stove area, which she's never allowed to be in. I know. It's kind of like funny because I always talk to the pets like a little bit sassy, but then I love on them so much. Did you put the pumpkin seeds in that yet? Yeah, I can't decide. I kind of want it to be a bit thicker, but I might leave it out because I'm making the rice. If I didn't have the rice with it, I think I would. But because there's going to be rice with it, I just don't think it's worth it. Any more of this is worth it. Honestly, I'm being silly. Should have just been doing that. I was like, I don't want to add a lot, but I keep forgetting that this is quite a bit. I think it'll like add some good flavor. I just put in fucking everything. I had so much of it that I started doing that, and I'm like, dang, I actually really like the flavor. It's kind of unfortunate. In like the best way, honestly. Okay, let's see. Let that cool down a little bit. Oh yeah, that's better. You just need a little something else. I feel like sometimes you gotta balance it out. And since there's so much acidic stuff, it makes it taste a lot better. And I guess I could add more salt, but I feel like too much salt is just gonna make it taste. So I'm gonna leave it be for now. No. That's okay. I'm gonna set that right there. I'm gonna rinse off the spinach. Let's see. As you can see, George, we have very differing opinions about that stuff. But I'm just in Nebraska. Probably different in some areas and some aspects. Spinach! Oop, they can have that. Gary, I don't think you want that. I really don't. Sandy, you can eat the spinach. And then you're gonna get more of your favorite stuff in a bit. Yeah, have the spinach. Yeah, good girl. One more? Thank you. She really likes spinach. My dogs will eat almost anything I give her. Alright then. Ollie, do you want one too? There you go. There's yours. Okay. No, here's another one. Okay. They really like their veggies though. It's really cute. I think that's why they come in here. Let's see. George says, I try to not talk too much about this stuff because you'll ban me for sure. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the conservatives in chat are just like, I'm not going to test my luck too much. I feel like I could add more spinach. I'm going to add, well, it might be too much. Do you think it'll be too much spinach? It's going to cook down a lot. I feel like I should add just a little bit more. It said 2 cups though. Do you see how, like, okay, wait, hold up. There we go. Do you think I should add more? I'm still going to talk about it though. You always try to change the subject too, which I find a little bit funny. We do get into it sometimes though. Any spinach is too much. I do not like it. Oh, fair. That's fair. I've been getting more into it lately. I used to not like it when I was younger, and now I do. It's like one of those things where I'm like, oh, well, you know. I should pin this actually. Again, because I have to repin it all the time. Zerk is here! My man, hello! Portuguese boy, how are you? Guess who's back? You are back, sir. How's it going? You're a man. Hi, how are you doing? Let's see. 1 tablespoon of chives. Okay. Oh! Let's see. Spinach, cilantro, parsley, dill, chives, simmer 10 minutes. Okay, I should do the rice now, then add this, and then add that. I think this is something I should add like at the very, very end. I'm gonna let it simmer. Good, and you? More energized. Honestly, you coming in here just made me more energized, so thank you, thank you. Alright. I was working in Spain for last month. Oh, how was it? Oh yeah, you said you're traveling for work now. Congratulations. Take me with you. Please and thank you. Yeah, I really don't think you want this. Get money, can travel with my sugar mommy and buy a new PC. Alright, I'm here for the new PC. If you get a sugar mommy, isn't she supposed to pay for everything? Like, isn't that how that goes? I'm gonna put some of the chives, the whites of the chives. I'm cooking with the basmati rice. And then the greens I'm gonna be putting in here. Just because I really like to add some stuff to my rice. I don't like it like cooking stuff. I think kind of boring. It's too green. It's too green. Oh, Bita. Wait. And then I'm gonna dice it up just a little bit too. And the rest is gonna go in this stew, just for some flavor. I'm gonna add that when I get the rice like actually going. Good. And then, I'm just gonna like roughly chop it up. I want it to be a little chunky, so just a couple chops. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Okay, and then I'll leave the rest for later. But I'm a man who likes to work from. That's a vibe. And I still don't have a sugar mommy. That's okay. Once you don't want one anymore, you'll find a rich girl, and then you'll be like, damn, what the fuck is this? And then getting someone just because you want to use them is probably not the best thing. I am up. My humble opinion. Okay, let's see. We need. Oh man, I need this again. No, I need Siri. Get off my computer. Yes, you. Thank you. Oh, the pets in here are driving me insane. Okay, so yeah. We have about a cup of rice. Do I still have the cup measurement? Oh my gosh, I put them all in. I have a girl from the last 4 or 5 years, and she was a very good person. You said that you have no sugar, mommy. What is it? What is it, Zerk? It's almost. That is almost a full cup. So I'll just do almost 2 cups, I guess. That'll be good. And so I'll have some left over. Oh my goodness, sir, I'm so sorry. Sure. Sure. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do a cup and 3/4 water. I feel like that'll be a perfect amount. It's in my gut, you know. That's what my gut says. Okay. I'm gonna put the pot on medium. I added my olive oil already. I'm gonna add some of that white onion, like I said before. And then once it starts sizzling, that's when I'm gonna add my rice. I'm gonna stir it in, and then I'm gonna add my water. Zerk says, but is not sugar mommy, is very good person. She's my pumpy girl, bruh. Very affectionate, friendly, cooks well. The last comment felt and sounded a little bit sexual, so I'm just gonna. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Okay. Once I am done eating. You've never seen that trend from TikTok with chubby girls? Can't say that I have, sir. Can't say that I have. I think we're on 2 different realms of TikTok. Just so you know. Like, oh, let me learn some workout stuff. And you're like, pumpy. I don't know what that means. That sounds like a sex thing, just so you know. Or girls who work out. Get them like muscles, you know? A woman a little fatter than the standard. I'm really not good at gauging standards like that, just so you know. I'm not really like good at that, but yes. Oh, I'm gonna be right. Oh my god. Please don't fall. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. You can leave if you want to, but just know I'll only be gone in a second. Rose says, as a non-native English speaker, I can't quite say what it is. I think that's okay. I am okay with that. Alright, time to add the water. Okay. There we go. Yes! No. Okay, I'm just gonna stir it with my rubber spatula just for a second. rubber scraper, rubber spatula, out. Mix it all in. Bring it to a boil, cover, and we should be good. Now is the time to add my chives. I want them to cook through a little bit. People always like add the greens. And I don't really add the greens to anything. I think they're kind of annoying. Oh, my timer. That's what I left. But it feels so much better when I eat food, chat. You have no idea. I'm so hungry. That's why I have no energy right now. I'm just like deflated as fuck. I need to sleep. Me too. But shouldn't it's for no dessert? Man. Anything else exciting? It's already 2:30 p.m. Do you mean AM? I feel like it's AM for you. Has to be. Okay. The rice is going, chat. Num 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 num. Oh, it's starting to thicken up. Don't worry and don't cry. What do you mean don't cry? I cried, we're not. I still love you. Grazie. I guess. I still hate, yeah, see, that's better, thank you. That's the Zerk I know. Don't get too sweet on me. I'm gonna be ashamed of you. You do. How much cilantro do I need? It's parsley. Never mind. How much parsley do I need? Y'all, I'm so tired. I'm like, let's see. Parsley, parsley, parsley. 1/2 cup of fresh parsley. That's a lot of parsley, yeah. That's a lot. I guess that's why I got this whole thing, but dang. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just gonna leave a couple like decorative pieces to put on top. My coworker is like, you have to start taking pictures of the food, Josie. You have to. So, yeah. That's a lot. Cut that in half. Yeah, I know. I don't think I'm gonna add that much. It might be too much. If you're tired, why are you cooking and you don't buy pizza or fast food like a good average American person? Because one, that costs a lot of money. Two, you just don't really like fast food. It doesn't taste good. Like when you I don't know, there's like it does taste good, but it's really expensive if you want it to taste good. I should correct myself. It really depends on where you go, what you get, and that sort of thing, for sure. I'm gonna break it down a bit, and then I'm gonna rinse it in the sink, so don't think I'm gross, guys. That's just you're ahead of me in the process. Just a teensy weensy bit. Are you sure you're American? No American needs healthy food. It's a statistic. That's what we were talking about earlier, Zerk. But nah, I do eat a lot of junk food. Don't get me wrong. I love junk food. I just don't have enough money. I don't have enough money to eat out all the time. I think I would eat out a lot more. But the food that I like isn't really a lot of American food. I really enjoy like other food. Like, I don't know. I really like to get gyros. I love gyros. It's like one of my favorite things to get. Gyros and chicken sandwiches. I like to get other people's chicken because there's something about like fast food chicken, you know? I feel like it's just unhealthy. It's a lot less healthy and it just there's something about it. It tastes better when someone else makes it. Ah, and soul food. Go to like a good family owned like soul food restaurant. Oh, delicious. That's I sit down, not really fast food. Most of the food that I enjoy isn't super fast foody. Fast food chicken though. Delicious. Delicious, delicious. I really like good chicken places. Not bad ones, you know. I don't know. I try to get as local as I can, but it can be hard. Wingstop is okay. I'm okay with Wingstop. It's pretty good. I don't really go to Chick-fil-A or anything like that. In my city, there's lots of restaurants, but a lot of them shut down. It's so sad. There was a build your own poke restaurant, which was so good. That was my favorite fast food because you could just go in and then they just like build the bowl for you. It's like Chipotle, but like good, you know? I'm not saying Chipotle is horrible, but I don't know. I kind of got tired of it. I had too much of their catering and I was like, I don't want it anymore. Serious question. Other than barbecue and burgers, what would a traditional food, I'm not talking like NSL, what would be traditional American food? But not Thanksgiving or turkey. Oh shit, I don't know. We were talking about this earlier, sir. I didn't grow up eating like normal American foods. So for me, it's a little bit different. Like, I don't know. I would say, um, I don't know. It really depends. Since America has a lot of like racial division, I think it really does depend on what culture you grew up in, as well as like what region you grew up in too. So if you're in the South, oh my God. Oh, like you could get what are those bags called where you have like crustaceans and stuff like that? Like boil, something like that. And you put like corn and stuff in it. That's really common in the South. Mashed potatoes are common almost everywhere. But if you go West Coast, it's not nearly as common. West Coast, you have like a lot more diversity in foods, honestly. Usually a lot more Asian kind of style foods. East Coast is a lot more like sandwiches. There's tons of sandwiches everywhere. But West Coast, you don't have as much like emphasis on sandwiches. It's usually more fresh foods like greens, salads. Down south or in the Midwest, you have like stews. There's a thing called not cottage cheeseless. That's what I had, but tater tot casserole. That's what it is. Almost every person I knew growing up, that's like American nationality or at least like third generation American, they had tater tot casserole. That's a really common thing, and that's like the Midwest, the South, and the East. George says East Coast is also more seafood. Yeah, a lot more seafood. Same with West Coast, but it's like different seafood. Like, I feel that East Coast seafood is more like clams, oysters, and that sort of thing, whereas like West Coast is more like white meat based, you know? But yeah. In the Midwest, there's a lot of German ancestry or like Northern Central European ancestry, depending on where you're at. So that there's a lot of those foods. But I always try to eat local wherever I go. So that's kind of how I pick out the foods that I eat. I'll travel and I'll be like, what's your favorite restaurant? And then I'll ask like 15 different people. And then I'll usually just go with that. Oh, fuck. Gotta get this out. Sandy, out, out, out. Oh, baby bird. If so, I think that's. But yeah, it really just depends. George says lobster, crab, scallops. All stuff I was never allowed to eat growing up. 6 says, okay, I need to go sleep. Okay, good night. Rest up. Okay. I think it's close to burning, but I don't think it burned. So just let this here for now. Just gonna let that cool. Dream with me, my chat loves, bruh. I hope they do dream with you. Dream, dream. Started like singing that to the tune of like Blue Moon. Blue Moon. Also poorly, but it's okay. Are we standing alone? I think it's, is it like without a care in my heart, without a love of my own? You know? I don't know if you know that song. Or if I'm just kind of going wild. Okay. That's gonna pull over there. I'm gonna cover it with some napkins. Make sure it doesn't get dirty. It's still a little hot, but I think that will prevent it from getting gross. The rice I just covered. We just added the last of the greens. Is there anything else I needed? Oh my god. We got the feta. I need the feta cheese. Feta, 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 feta. Okay. I'm only gonna take a picture of one of them. So if everyone looks prettier, that's what he gets. He's like, there's no way you cook all this food all the time. And I was like, bro, I do that. I really do. I do what I do. Man, it's so annoying. I hate having it makes it harder to go places to eat. But you do get a lot more savory food with the food allergies that I have, and I'm okay with that because I fucking love savory food. Just so you all know. If I had to choose between sweets like pastries and stuff like that and savory food every time. I'm gonna have I think I actually might have some strawberry kiwi juice with water. I cut it with water because otherwise it's a little too sweet. I'll do like a little bit. Wait, pull up, pull up, pull up. Wait, George, you said your favorite food's pizza, and I guess you did work in some restaurants and stuff. But when you travel, do you eat foods that you already know you like, or do you try to eat random stuff? I usually eat random stuff, and people get mad at me. They're like, why do you want to eat this? But I think it's because I didn't really get to eat a lot of good food growing up. So I just kind of would eat random stuff people would offer to me. Now I have allergies, so it's harder, but you still get the vibe. Most people are really accommodating, especially because they could get sick. So, you know, there's that. But at some point, it's like at your own risk. Like sushi trains, I can't go to sushi trains anymore. It makes me so upset because there's too much like cross contamination. Versus, I like to try new things if I am out and about. True. Proud of you. I think this is a good stew. I'm actually really satisfied with this. It looks good. I think it'll taste good. And then I keep trying it every once in a while because I'm hungry. It is good. A big, oh no, raw fish. I love raw fish. That's like one of my favorite things. Mm. My favorite, I really like lamb. Lamb is really good, but so expensive here in the Midwest. It's so stupid. But one of my students let me know about a grocer that I can go to that serves like cheaper lamb. Because it's like straight from the butcher. Like they literally chop it up there. And I was like, oh. So I might be coming up here with like in the winter, I might do some longer cooking stuff. If I can get like a full day off. But I'll probably cook like a lot of it on my own and then do a lot of the assembly. I'll just be like, guys, I chopped it up. Just because, like, when I'm cooking something that's like bready or I have to prep the power or flour beforehand, I usually have other stuff I have to do in the day while it's like resting. I can't stream I could if I got like paid a shit ton for this shit, but I can't stream for like 12 hours, so. Yeah. Yup. I don't know. It's just if you give me something to cook, I will cook it. And that's kind of my thing. As long as I'm not allergic. It's also kind of silly because I don't know. Are you ready, Andrew? Are you hungry?
Yo. Who else is hungry?
The dogs. Oh, we should put the carrots on their food too.
Yeah.
Do you have their stuff?
Yeah, it's ready.
Okay, here. Let's give them the carrots. Do you think we could give them all these carrots? I think they'll eat them all.
They will.
They will? Okay. We may have Ollie like the bigger chunks and Sandy more of the small stuff. Because Ollie needs to slow the fuck down. Needs. Oh my god. Okay. You think that's good? Okay. Okay. I gotta do some cleanup while the rice is almost done. It's literally almost done. I have to be careful and not overcook it because whenever I stream, I do have a tendency to forget what I'm doing, aka the loaf thing. Oh wait, Andrew, take a peek.
You burn it?
I don't know. Tell me if that's like what you think it should look like, or I don't know. Genuinely, I have no idea if I fucked it up.
No, I think it looks good.
Is it dead ass good?
Yep.
Like really? I also told chat that you're gonna have to divvy out and decide like the freaking cream cheese frosting because I always go a little bit too hard.
Oh yeah,
I always make it too sweet. You don't want to put the cream cheese frosting on it?
Well, there might be.
What?
Yeah.
Because I have like a special recipe for cream cheese frosting, chat. And we have no vanilla, so I would have to do maple cream cheese frosting. And I feel like he won't like that. And the recipe didn't even call for adding vanilla. Like, who makes cream cheese frosting without having vanilla in it? Crazy people who need to be medicated. Honestly. What's the point? Anyways. Was that offensive? I feel like that was mildly offensive. You just gotta have like that little vanilla. You gotta add some flavor to it. Maybe some like lemon zesty shit, but just like plain cream cheese and sugar. That's like not enough. Like you gotta like make it alive. Make it good, you know? Whatever. Whatever. Sorry, that was kind of mean of me to say. I apologize. Yeah, George says, yeah, that's crazy. Gotta have vanilla. I feel bad. Sometimes I make jokes and I'm like, oh man, now I feel like a bad person. Is that too much? Okay, let's see. Is there still some? Okay, I'm gonna turn this my rice off so it doesn't overcook. And I think I'm ready to start plating a little bit. Yum yum. Yum yum. Nom, 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 nom. I'm so excited. My energy is so much higher because I'm so hungry. I've been so stressed all day. Honestly, it hasn't even been me stressed. It's just I have so much I'm doing, and then I forget to meal prep and like eat stuff in between. So then I just eat like bagels, like not actual food, and it's just not good for me. So yeah, it's okay. The rice is like good. Some of the onion got a little burnt, but I think it's good. And people are like, get a rice cooker, get a rice cooker. I don't know. At some point, I feel like it'll be good to have a rice cooker. And it's probably more convenient, but once I start fucking up the rice more, I'll use an actual rice cooker. But at this point, I'm like, well, this works. And I'm kind of lazy and cheap, too. Not like in a bad way. It's just like, if I don't need it, why would I do it? And if I normally cook good rice, then I don't really need it. So I wouldn't. I don't know. Okay. I'm almost done, Chad. Versus, I have a big pot of chili, so I'm good for about 5 days for dinner. Vibes. I have all these. I have a pickle jar. I'm gonna put the leftovers of this in. I also have a soup jar from earlier that I can use too. Let me get the lids. Make sure I actually have lids for it. Sometimes I'll like get the jars ready and I'll fill them and I just don't have the lids for it. And then that's low key kind of tricky. Okay. Okay, go. Nom 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 nom. I'm so excited. That was hot. That was in fact hot. Hot, hot, hot. Am I supposed to be like saucy? Or do I just need to like dish it? I kind of like, oh, less sauce. He's gonna be so pissed. My coworker's gonna be so pissed. Because he was showing me like, because he's from El Salvador, right? So he was showing me like one of his home cooked meals. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be making this today. And he's like, no, it's not actually gonna look like that, is it? I was like, bro, I think it will look like that. I tried to make it look as close to the recipe as possible. And he was like, no way. Actually, Andrew doesn't like as much sauce. I'm gonna put more on mine. And he was like, no way. And I was like, yeah way. Grace. But I hate my life sometimes. But anyways. Oh, I'm so tired, y'all. Once I eat, I'll be better. But I think this looks good. I think this is the better looking one so far. I don't want to jinx it though. I'll just put cilantro on it for like the picture, and then I'll take it off. I don't really like the decorative cilantro. Wow, better, 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 better. Yummy, yummy, yummy. That'd be so good. At least I hope so. Oh my god. I mean, I've been taste testing it. So like, if it doesn't taste good at this point, something got like super fucked. Super fucked. Okay, let's go. Little cheese bits. Ah, you need to be in a pretty spot. We have to take a picture. Just a little picture. I like extra cheese because I don't mind if I'm like base boosted, you know, in the bathroom. But for the people who do have people around them and you're lactose intolerant, maybe don't do this. Maybe don't, you know? Oh. This is Andrew's. I don't care if it's not pretty. He just gets the cheese. I'll have like just a little more. Just a little crumble. Yummy, 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 yummy. Oh my god, I love cheese. There's just something about it, you know? You got a little bit of sauce in it. But alas, I think my food is prepared. Wait, fuck. I gotta get my phone. Wait a minute, Andrew, the food's ready.
Okay. On the meat bag. Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, Glad you're here, sir. I'll take a picture. Yeah, Sandy, don't you fucking dare. Don't come in here, girl. No. No more for you. I don't want to burn you, girl. Oh, man. It's like, do you want to take a selfie? Do you guys remember that song? Oh, wait. Okay, decorative shit. Actually, that'll look better on the green side. Contrasting colors. Okay. That's good enough for me. Boop. Boop. George says, after eating chili for 6 days, folks are lucky they don't live with me. Bruh. I mean, my farts aren't that smelly, so, like, it's okay. It's just like, I don't know. We don't need to talk about this, actually. I feel like this is incriminating. Not a little bit. I mean, Andrew, are my farts bad?
Yeah. They're pretty bad.
He says they're pretty bad. You know, I'm just a girl. It's just, I'm just a girl in the world. Okay, anyways, we don't gotta talk about my hopes. Oh, we do got it. He said that quick. Yeah, I know. That's because he doesn't like to admit his own faults. Okay, Chad? Alrighty. Alrighty there, bro. Let's get a bite. Yum, 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 yum. Now, I showed you the whole process, guys. You can make this at home, too. Yep. The dopamine is real. Now, I'm an okay cook. Most of the time. Minus the spinach. Oh, yeah. You don't like the spinach. If I'm being real. Oh, yeah, I gotta show you guys. There we go. I really don't like cooking that much. I just like to eat good food. So if I had the money to have someone cook for me, my life would be so good.
Hello.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah. Yeah, on the camera, sorry.
Oh, is it? I already had a fork for you. Okay. You put that one back.
Okay.
Yeah, put it back.
Why don't you put that one back?
Because I used it for the rice.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, so I don't want to waste any forks. The other one is for the cheese.
Silverware is one-time use.
Silverware is... Well, you can wash it. He's so fucking sassy with me. Because he lives with me. So he's like, I'm just giving you shit. What a lemon-sucking whore you are.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. He said indeed. You're not going to eat here with us. You're not going to eat here with us cool people, Andrew?
Nope.
Why not?
I can still see chat.
You can still see chat. I don't know why we end up touching. Sure. It's okay, they can be in here now that I like finished the food. Low key, it was very hot. Not in a spicy way, but like a hot way.
It's good though.
Oh, is that?
Mm-hmm.
I think it needs to be more spicy though. Don't you think there needs to be like a little something something in there, like chili?
Not everything needs chili pepper.
Everything needs spicy. Spicy, spicy. Spicy, spicy. Burn on the way in, burn on the way out. Well?
No. I do not.
He does not like how spicy I make stuff all the time.
No, I like spicy stuff. I just don't think that everything needs to be spicy.
Everything needs spicy. There's so many different types of spice. You like sriracha. You know, I like sriracha and everything, honestly. There's like chili spice. You have like wasabi spice. That's a different type of spice. Um, just like a little bit. Sometimes, well, George says maybe add some roasted red peppers next time. That'd be good.
We need the butane torch running again. So
Yeah, the
butane. We can roast peppers.
I think that'd be good. Hello?
Whoa.
Hello? I feel like, yeah, red peppers would be pretty good. I feel like this man is gonna, like, fuck me up.
What?
What are you gonna do to me?
I'm just getting water.
Knock over my food?
No.
What are you gonna do? Ha?
Getting my water.
He was nice to me while you guys were here.
Oh yeah, so mean to you when the camera's off.
You bully me?
Yeah.
He says that I'm annoying. It's so rude. It's verbal abuse.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I'm a little bit of a terror. When we first started living together, he would get so mad at me. And I don't think there's anything wrong with just like getting dopamine from being a little shit sometimes. You know, it's how it is. It's the way of the world. And then if you were to riff off me more, which you have been, very proud of you, if you were to do more riffing off with me, I think we would balance out more. George says, I believe that. Oh no, it's just fun. It's fun to be just like a little sassy. I'm very happy. I don't know. What else do you guys want to talk about? But now I have more energy because I've been eating. Sometimes y'all gotta get me at a good time. And Harper says the art of banter. You shithead, have you not heard of it? Well, sucks to be okay. I'm horrible at this. Harper. Oh no. I'm just really sassy. So like, and I don't mean to be. Andrew's like been letting me know. He's like, Josie, chill out. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you're being a little much. And I'm like, oh, right. And then he has helped me realize that I am kind of a bitch. So that's fun. Just a little bit. So it's not intentional. Like, bitchy in the sense where, like, I want to be bantery, but he doesn't always want to be bantery. And then he gets mad at me. Yeah, sassy. Sassy. Bitchy isn't the right word. Unless I'm hungry. Then I'm bitchy. But sassy is correct. Do you have anything to add to that, Andrew? Do you have anything to add to me?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think you have to have really good lighting in order to get like good food pictures, you know? I've been thinking about it. Like, he says he wants me to take pictures, and then what I cook looks very similar to what you see in like the prep image, you know? But the lighting isn't that great. Mm, I don't even drink beer, chat. But I do have a bear that is drinking a Guinness on my wall. I kind of forgot about that until I saw it in like the camera thing. I was like, oh dang, I do have that thing. Hmm. It's kind of cute though. I got it from a bar that I worked at. Hmm. We were remodeling, and I was the only white girl there. So they gave it to me because it says Happy St. Patrick's Day. And they said it's the only good holiday from your culture. So that's why I have it. I'm not even joking with you. And I was like, okay. I've been in every kitchen so far. George says, I have an original Smokey the Bear poster from the 1950s. Only you can prevent forest fires. People did smoke a lot more cigarettes back then. Now people start forest fires by trying to do gender reveal parties. Getting lung cancer a different way. Woo! Hmm. I think I made too much rice. I met a dude the other day who says he doesn't chew his food because he wants it to go down faster. And then I kept seeing stuff online about it. I was like, damn, I think this is a real thing. And it's probably because I Googled it, because I was like, what health problems could you get? But a lot of people do that. George says, what? Yeah. I was asking him how he was eating so fast. It was at like a wedding. Or, I don't think it was a wedding, actually. What was it? It was a reception, not a wedding. Because, you know, you don't eat at weddings. But it was at a reception, and we were all eating food, and he was just shoveling it down. It was the DJ. And I was like, bro, you gotta, like, I was like, slow down a little bit, bro. Like, you don't have to go back on for a little bit. Like, just eat your food, enjoy it. And he was like, nah, man, I just eat this fast all the time. Like, I don't really chew my food. It's just not worth my time. And I was like, what the fuck? He was like, yeah, it's okay. And then I started looking it up, and apparently Markiplier like was hospitalized because he had like some problems with it. George says he'll probably choke to death one day. No, he says he intentionally chooses like softer foods that he can just put down. Like he'll take like fucking spaghetti and just drop it in. Or like twirl it up on the fork and go whoop. Like deep throat it, you know, just whoop. I asked him how he'd eat sushi because I really like sushi. And then this dude was like, oh, I take like 2 bites. I chomp it a little bit just so it goes down. And I was like, yeah, Arbor's like, that's absurd. I know. And I was like, bro. And I tried to like show him like the health effects, and he was like, "You sound like my mom and my girlfriend." And I was like, maybe you should listen to them. Maybe you should. And I showed him like the Markiplier thing, and he was like, "Well, you know, that's just like a fluke thing. I know lots of people who do this." And I was like, "Do you know?" And he was like, "Totally." And I just don't believe it. Like, I really don't believe it. But looking online, there's apparently a lot of people who do. And I think they post about it online because they're the minority who's been roasted so much that they're seeking validation on the internet. But I had to drop it eventually, you know, because he had to go do his job. But I was just like, damn, I've been thinking about that. Just a little bit. A little bit more than I'd like to. I'm so much happier. Arbor says, I would just lean my head all the way back and slide the food down my throat while I stare at the sky and dare God to choke me out. Stare. Literally, that's how he was acting. He was like, I'm gonna go one way or the other. And I was like, spoken like a true fucking DJ, bro. Like, that's such like DJ talk, you know? But he had some good mixes. So, I mean, I was like, okay. I was like, man, really don't hope that you die because, or I hope that you don't die. Fuck. English is my first language. Holy shit. I hope that you don't die because you're good at mixing. We don't need another Avicii, bro. Ira says, I don't really want to know how he takes care of other basic needs. I feel like that's his girlfriend's problem at this point. And his mom. You know? Because if he were to be hospitalized, it's either... I feel like his mom would probably take care of him. Maybe she wouldn't. Maybe he has, like, drama or whatever. I don't know. I should have put olives in this.
No, you didn't know. No.
Really? No olives?
No olives.
No olives. I feel like it would have been good.
If you added them after, maybe. I don't know if
Yeah.
I recommend that.
Not like while it was cooking, but like after. You know the ones that had like the feta cheese in it? And I could have like minced it. That would have been good. It had a bit of feta and it was like, that would have been nice. Okay, chat. I officially made too much rice and now I feel wasteful. I'm gonna eat all the cheese. I can't leave any of the feta. Jeez. I feel like it looks so white with this lighting. Chat, I want you to know. I may look like the moon, but I could get a fake tan. You know how hot I would look with a fake tan? I would look even more conservative than I do now. Ari says hello, 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 Arier. Every time I want to call you Derriere. Oh man. Sometimes I wonder if I was dropped on my head as a child. You know? And Ari says, you look like the moon is a compliment from an Arabic. I know! Yeah, my students call me that. It's very sweet. At first, I thought it was an insult because people growing up, because I don't know if you've noticed. Excuse me, Sandy. Excuse me. Thank you. I had to move my dog. Okay. My face is a circle. So when I was growing up, I am in fact white. I don't know if you could tell. I'm pretty fucking pasty. The lighting, not very forgiving. But people would call me moon face when I was growing up. And it was like, it hurt my feelings a lot. They were like, you look like the moon. And I'd be like, okay. And they're like, you don't need to moon anyone ever, Josie, because your face does it enough. And that's like them also saying that I look like ass. But I didn't understand that until like 2 years ago. It was like a double entendre insult. And honestly, they did an okay job with it. But like, ouch, chihuahua. My feelings. But yeah. Hey, you hoozles. You're welcome, chat. But I can get a fake tan. And then you have to like be really particular about the shades when you look as pale as I am, because otherwise you look like Donald Trump. Ignore them.
The cats. They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the dogs. We're not bitching pussy. Not bitching pussy. Just fucking. I don't know.
Finish all the rice for this.
I couldn't either. Can you dump mine too?
Yeah.
I feel bad dumping it. Because we can't compost it, you know? I'm actually ready to eat more of this. Like the stew.
Huh?
No?
I'm probably just leave it for you.
That's true. I do eat it because I'm like,
I was like,
sometimes I'm bad at like remembering to eat stuff. So I don't want to cook things because I'm like doing so much other shit. So I just kind of like,
Yeah.
whatever I make for streams, I either give to other people or eat myself. Aww. Did you hear the scream? Did you hear?
I heard.
I was gonna scream in his face.
I don't think that's necessary.
Nah, it would have been funny. I wasn't actually gonna do that, chat. Just so you know, that was the joke. The joke was that I had the inside thought.
Is Michael? We put the food up yet?
Oh, did you put the food up? I don't know. Oh, he has a nice beard. Yeah, he doesn't have like the stuff to like trim it down. So this is like a couple years of like having no guard. So like,
What? No.
yeah.
No.
Well, this isn't like a couple years of beard growth, but it's extra fluffy, and I have to
It's
cut his hair
floofy.
again.
I'm very floofy because the beard trimmers died, and I don't have a set of guards for the one that does work. So I'm just like, it really needs to get trimmed.
He won't let me do it though, even though I could.
Because the last couple times you've done it, you've been geometrically challenged.
Okay, I've never. You're the first like no, you're the second white dude I've ever trimmed their beard. I'm used to like
I see.
curlier hair.
Brother. Alright.
Yeah, but I have to cut his hair
Let the
again.
dog
Would
out.
you guys like to watch me cut his hair like I did before? Or is that not something that you guys would enjoy? Because last time I did it, Aries says, looks great, man. A fist of beard is a good length. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot what he looks like without his beard. I've known him for a really long time. So it's like, ever since we became roommates, and they were roommates, but ever since we started living together, he's always had like a beard. I want to give him a mullet. Because I gave one of my friends a mullet, and he actually looked good in it. It's low-key, like, in style. So I feel like Andrew would look okay with the mullet, but not like the shave to the sides mullet, like kind of a grown-out mullet. I don't know. Do you guys want to see me give him a haircut again? Or is that weird? Because I was like, oh, I'll cut my hair for you guys on stream, because I cut my own hair. But it's like, it's awkward, because my hair is so long, and literally most of the time what I do, I just take all of it and I put it down like this. Like my head is down. I just go boop, boop, boop. And then I take it up and then I take the sides and I go out and I'm just like, doo, 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 and then I have layers and I'm like, yeah. And that's how I've been cutting my hair for like the past, well, ever since I started growing it out. But once I get it longer, I'm thinking about doing like a wolf cut, but like a long, grown out wolf cut. And I haven't given myself one of those in a while. And it looked good, but I feel like it has to be like longer and thicker before I can really pull it off, you know? Otherwise, it's too chunky layers. I also have like an oddly shaped head. What's a wolf cut? It's like what every bisexual girl gets on TikTok, you know? That's like the vibe. But I don't think you're even on TikTok. I don't know if you know what that is either. It's like a really layered cut. So like for me, I have like wavy-ish kind of curly hair. It gets coily, not like super coily, but maybe like inch, you know, maybe half-inch curls sometimes, depending on how humid it is. But not all of my hair is like that. So it's like some of it's like straighter, some of it's curlier. It's all like a hodgepodge of shit because I don't take care of it. But anyways, because of that, when I add a lot of layers, it looks kind of funky. Like you can see I have long layers now. And then I literally just brushed my hair when I got out of the shower. And you can see where there should be some curly stuff happening. Or some at least waves. But I don't do that. Ari says, I've seen you on TikTok. It looks like when you just wake up, but intentional. Yeah, yeah. But then like for me, with my hair, it turns into triangle. But not in a good way. Because I actually would have to style it when the layers are like that. So it's like, if I fry the fuck out of my hair and keep bleaching it, I think I'd be able to pull it off. I've been thinking about dyeing my hair pink for my Halloween costume. But then I'll have pink hair afterwards. This is me just rambling at this point, chat. Because then it's like a commitment. But then, it is the question, will you wear wigs? Why not wear wigs? Would you ever wear wigs? So I might wear it. That's a meme for you guys who don't know. It's a good meme too. I gotta focus on what I'm doing. I'm getting so distracted. We're talking about hair. Hair. But yeah, you look up a wolf cut, you'll be able to kind of get the vibe. And having a grown out wolf cut's pretty chill, you know? And I think it looks a lot better. But like some people, they can pull off having really fried hair and it's good. And he says when I wake up, my beard is pointed to the left because I sleep with my right cheek on the bed and it stays that way until I put water in it. Yeah, Andrew, his beard is like oddly thick. Like it's really thick. It's really weird. If you guys were to meet him in person, you would see how he has really thick hair. It's actually ridiculous. And watch him like go bald. It'll be really funny. George says, I just checked it out on Google. Okay, it looks good to me. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like to have my hair like where I don't have to do anything to it. And whenever I style it, people are like, whoa, your hair looks different. And I'm like, yeah. Whoa. I might get a perm at some point. I'm actually kind of afraid of perms though, because when they grow out, you look a little funky,
It's
you know?
9:16.
It's 9:16. Are you telling me I need to stop streaming? Bro,
You should wrap it up.
wrap it up.
Wrap it up, baby.
Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Bake it up, bake it up, bake it. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I have so much more energy. I need food. You know what? I know it's so unfortunate for you guys because, like, I'm actually funny when I eat food. But shut the fuck up. You know I'm funny as hell. You love my jokes because you have to compose yourself and pretend not to laugh so I don't make bad jokes in public. I see you. I see you, motherfucker. He's smiling. True. How did you react when Israel murdered? Pretty much like that.
Yeah, it tracks.
That was such a buzzkill, bro. Oh, you see, I need to put the food away and I need some cleaning. Look at your food. It's there.
Yes.
There.
Okay. Thank you for making it.
No, I was saying you got put away. Wait, was my food away?
No.
Oh, we gotta wait.
Yes.
Guys, we get to drug our cat every day. And now he's really constipated.
There's no way in hell he's supposed to get medicine like 5 to 6 times a day.
We can't do
And
it.
there's just
Does this a lot. Oh, reconnection was successful.
hey.
Hey. I really need to reseason this.
Perhaps.
I'm sorry for making jokes, Ari. Arier. God, it's so easy to shitpost with your name. Get it? Because Derriere. You make it so easy. God. Maybe I am a bit childish. Wait, it's gonna get loud. Okay. There's a pressure differential. Okay. Let me make sure this is who I think it is. Oh, yeah! Yeah, it is the Palestinian spokesperson. Yeah. Hudayfa al-Kawut? Kawut? I don't know. It's hard to read Arabic names when it's literally like in English. And it confuses me. Did you improve in Arabic? Yes, I literally teach Arabic speakers English. So technically, you can say that I've improved. So I guess so. But all of them are A-level speakers, so that means that they're like very low-level English speakers. So most of the time, I'm like, صفر, 0, واحد, 1. Just like keep going. Aleta, 2. Ah. Okay. Okay. I gotta make this bigger so I can actually fucking read it. I don't know why it always like fucks up like Arabic. Maybe sure this is what I think it is. Boop, boop, boop. Can I read it? Yes. Yes, I can. Why did it block? I don't know. It blocked. Fucking, I've noticed this with Twitch, with my other chatters. Like, if you speak, or if you type in Arabic, it automatically flags it. Like, it's been happening on my stream a lot. So if you do want to type, you have to use, like, the numbers and, like, the English alphabet. Otherwise, it, like, fucking flags it. Every time. I'm not even joking with you, Ari. It's really annoying. And I have to make it bigger anyways. But yeah. Basically, but most of my students are Sudanese, so they speak like a variation of like the Gulf dialect, which is also why I'm learning Gulf. Gulf and Levantine, because that's what they understand the most. But I could learn like Sudanese dialect, but it's very similar, so that's why I do those. So I know a lot of sayings. I'm like, oh no. A lot of the time I'll be like, Mahadva. Like, what is that to them all the time? And then, Arini, I have to say that to them all the time. Like, show me your work. Arini, Ajus, show me your studying. I don't know. It's like, most of what I know is like school related stuff. But it's hard because I can only really speak in Arabic to like my newer chatters. or not chatters, fuck, Jesus Christ, my newer students, the rest of everybody I have to speak in English, because if I just speak to them in Arabic, then all they do is talk to me in Arabic, and I don't understand everything they're saying because I'm not like fluent yet. And then yeah, so I have to be like Takalamu Inglesi. I have to say that a lot. I have to be like Inglesi, Inglesi. I have to say English all the time. Because I want to talk to them to practice, but I really can't do that. So it's like not, I started doing it to help with my practicing, but then it just kind of like didn't really work. So, because I have to like have them speak to me in English, but sometimes I work as like a bit of a translator, but I'm not super good at it. Like obviously I'd have to like get a license to be an interpreter. I'm taking some classes for that, but it would take me about 5 years to be able to pass in Arabic. And there's so many different dialects that it would probably just be like Tusha. And that's hard to get a lot of interaction with here in Nebraska. Unless I want to drive to the mosque to take the English lessons. There's a couple of them that offer, or not English, Arabic, classical Arabic lessons. Which at that point I can just do it online. It already says try to learn the vowel link, hadha with a long You say hada, I think you mean sharpness. No, I know. That's also because I have to get their attention quick. I don't have a lot of time with them. But yeah, mahadha, I know. Hadha, yeah. That's why I need like an actual teacher, and I need like to do more conversations. Because the way that the people I'm around, the Sudanese people, they shorten everything. Like it's all really short. And I think it's messing me up too, like that. But they're also like trying to go fast too. So it doesn't really, it's not helpful. I need to have like an actual educational setting because I'm starting to run into issues like that. But thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Oh, wait, yeah, you were the one helping me with Arabic before. Of course you're going to correct me. I've been doing a bit better, though. Yeah, because you remember I was a little off with stuff. So, like, I pretty much only knew, like, the basics of, like, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam. But now I know, like, oh, you need this. You need this. It says the long vowel, like, hadda, is literally twice as long. You say the vowel for twice the amount of time. Fair. Hadza. Especially when you see like the aleph. Yeah. You gotta like extend it. It's not like just a consonant that's implied. I'm getting a little bit better at reading it through. Like I said, since I'm teaching English, my instructor is like, you can't just do like Arabic and English all the time because some of my students are not Arabic speaking, and that makes things hard. So like my students that are Afghanis, they understand a lot of the basics, and that's because they know classical Arabic, or at least some of it, like some sayings and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's hard. It can be really hard. And they're lovely. Like, they're absolutely wonderful. It's just sometimes I feel like it's a debuff, you know? Like, now they just speak to me in Arabic. But now that they know that I know some Arabic, they're, like, really nice to me. Like, today, because I'm a little sick today, so I was really cold, and I was wearing basically similar to this, but I was wearing, like, 2 pairs of pants, and then because it's really cold in the school building, and a sweater, and, like, a long sleeve shirt underneath, and then I had, like, a scarf on, and then she kept trying to, like, take my scarf and, like, put it over me to, like, wrap me up and make me warmer, which was really sweet. Not to, like, cover my hair, but, like, just to, you know, make me, like, all cozy. And they were, like, they're very nice. I know, I gotta go. But one of them gave me a, like, granola bar thing. It was basically low key. It was like a knockoff version of my favorite Quest bar, which is the cookie dough Quest bar, like the chocolate chip cookie dough one. Delicious. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. It is the best. But some people don't like it. They're like, I like the cinnamon roll one more, and I disagree. Some people have bad taste. Oh yeah, but one of the phrases that I have picked up on that is said often is mushublik.
If you're gonna
Is
keep streaming, can I
not
go
my
do my
problem.
thing without being chastised to help? So I'm kind of just
Okay.
waiting to help you.
okay. You want to help me disassemble?
I don't.
You know I need your help a little bit.
Yeah,
You have to be
I
the
kind of
hero.
like it's
You want to
I
have
have
strike party?
a bit of a job to
You
do.
strike party?
Stream.
Wrap it up. Yeah, I do gotta go though.
Yeah, it's like 9:30.
I guess it's time for me to go. I guess it's time for me to go now. Night lefty. I was gonna make yum yum yum. Anyways, I got to be good. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Tomorrow is going to be another day. We may talk about more political things if I don't want to blast my brains out. And I'll try to eat like a snack beforehand so I'm more energized. I think that's been my problem. I keep forgetting to like eat during the day. ADHD will burn. Anyways, I guess I gotta go. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. So sleep well, stay safe, stay alive, and
Oh.
oh shit.